Good morning, everybody. It's Moment at Moment's Art. Today, sorry for being late. It's 10 minutes late. So, anyway, let's start the class quickly. Today, topic is again landscape class in watercolor. I did one class last week and show you how to render a very basic landscape in watercolor. And that's what we're gonna cover in today's class also. Today I done some small paintings from in Christmas time, and was trying to make some card for people so I can give it to them. But I didn't get a chance, and they're still staying with me. So that's what we're gonna choose one of them, and I will show you how to render these today. How to keep the transparency of the watercolor, plus how to keep the proportion. Again, proportion, light, and composition. That's what my three main things that I always discuss, because this is what the basic of any type of painting you do. It's all about the light, light, proportions, and composition. So that is proportion, composition, and light. That's what how I take it. So any of these paintings, I would choose. I like this one because it has more contrast and it has more blending, and there's some small work done in the very fine work I did after I finished the painting. Nice brush mark. So this is let's do this one today, and yeah, let's start the class. Before I waste more time, and let's put this away. Okay, let's get this. No sketching, no drawing required. This is the basic. This is a very basic painting, and you don't need to draw anything. Let's see, my paper. I'm using 120-pound Fabriano cold press paper. Has a texture in it. I'm not sure if I can show you today. So this is the paper I use. It has a little bit grains on it, extra white, and there's the other side is kind of a little bit yellowish, and this side is kind of white. So let's start painting, and what I will do actually, you know what, I will keep this here so I can have my palette. I can see my palette, and if we time allowed, maybe we can do some more painting, another one or two paintings. So let's open the palette quickly. Let's start the class. All right, focus, everything should be here. Let me, you know what, I'll get the board, and so I will show you one more thing. So see, this is I have this board right here. Let me show you. So that board is it's like a plastic, uh, I think foam board, call it, or something. It has a plastic layer, so that's what I use, very light. So you can, if you use this, then it's easy to handle, and that's what I use to tape my paper. So let's tape it here, and I'm gonna paint. So I will show you how to tape this paper also on your on the board or something. So here, masking tape, and it give you a nice border also after you finish. I I usually, for the small painting, I don't do pasting and all that, but if you want, you can do some masking tape to cover the stabilize the paper so it won't buckle up. It will give you more control instead of working on the paper. Yes, if you have a heavy duty paper like a 200 pound or 300 pound, then you can just work on the, but only for the small painting. The big paintings are always, uh, I always tape it because it's hard to work on the big paintings. Here, almost done, almost done. Okay, and I will put one more here because we're gonna keep the painting up to here, right there. So I'll keep one here so I can restrict myself instead of looking at the big space of white paper. I have, and better yet, I will put some. Let me put a mark here so I know where my border is. It's paper is white and the masking tape is white, so I don't see that where I'm standing. So I will just go put this right there. Okay. All right, let's start the painting. I will grab my, because this is a smaller painting, right? I don't need a big brushes, and I can use big brushes, but I'm using my dagger brush. I believe it's a ½ inch or 1 inch, I guess, and I'm going to use for the bigger washes. Yeah. So this is the painting here. I will. I can put this into the perspective, but it's very hard for me to work with this. You know what? Let's keep it here, or let's take it out. Actually, let's take it out from the portfolio and keep it outside. It's easier for me to. Here, there you go. That's the best. Or you know what? I'll keep this here, right there, right there. Okay. So the top color I will use is, you can use French ultramarine, you can use Russian blue, or I would recommend use any warm blue color like French ultramarine. I use French ultramarine most of the time because French ultramarine is a very transparent blue, warm transparent blue. So that give me, if you by mistake you mix with the cadmium yellow or yellow ochre or cadmium orange, it won't, it has a tendency that it won't turn green, so it stay kind of a little bit grayish, right? So you don't see the green color on the sky. That is a good thing about the French ultramarine. Or you can use the cobalt blue. You can use cerulean. I mean, sorry. You can use the ultramarine blue. It's up to you. So here, let's put the first wash. I put a little bit water so I can have a nice gradient soft wash, and I'll take some French ultramarine, put some French ultramarine on the paper, nicely blind. See that it give you a nice, because the watercolor paper it give you it just, when you put a water, it smooth it out. You don't need to work very hard, right? You just make sure that where you want to put the wash, and that's it. So here, now I will lift some color because I went too much down, so I will go lift some color and I will put some cadmium yellow. Let's get this out of here. You can lift the color, you don't need to worry about. Make sure your brush is dry. If as long as your brush is dry, you can lift the color. You can just let the color go as much as you can at the initial stages of washing. Once the wash is dry, then it will be harder for you to lift the color. So here, nice, see that gradient wash. I dropped some droplet here. You can see it creates some cauliflower, which not a big problem. I will put some, now I will put some Prussian blue in my mix. keep it a little bit cooler at the wash, and then I will get rid of this cauliflower also, which is building up. I by mistake I put some droplet of the water. Now I'm gonna go, because as you can see the on the bottom is a more yellowish. I use cadmium yellow, and I will put some cadmium yellow. Cadmium yellow, you don't need to worry about if it go too down. That's fine, because cadmium yellow, can be, you can put a dark color on it, cadmium yellow, and most of the foreground has some yellow in it, so I'm not worried about too much. Lift it up a little bit. There you go. And I will get some cadmium orange, give a little bit punch to my painting. And let's put some cadmium orange here, there. Yeah, here, put it here too. And let's bring it here also, because there's some cadmium orange on the bottom, so I will keep up to here. Right here, there. There's some water or mid-ground, so I will just keep this. See that what happened, that layer I put cadmium orange because it's there in this painting also, because I put a lot of dark color, so you don't see it, but it still is peeking from the bottom. So I will keep this cadmium orange here, and once I put a dark color on it, I'll make sure that the bottom layer is still intact. You can see the bottom layer. So this is how you work with the watercolor. If you block all the colors that you put initially, then the purpose will be lost, right? That keeping the transparency of the watercolor. So let's lift some more colors here, because I need some more to kind of not mingle the orange color with the, for some reason. Lift some colors here, get some. Okay, so this is done, right? Now I will go get some oops, get some see the same blue mix. I have cerulean blue and French ultramarine. I will pick up some sepia color, or you have a Van Dyke brown or burnt umber, or sepia color is more dark color. Burnt umber, you can use burnt umber, or you can use a dark brown color. All right, you can use any of those colors. So I will put some here for the clouds. Right, just put a little bit here, there. Right, wet into wet, right? You don't want to wait, because you need the soft edges, right? So I put some right on the wet into wet, right? And a little bit more smudging. Let's get some more soft edge. I put so much, so don't worry if you put too much. You lift it up. You clean your brush. Make sure your brush is clean, and then you lift it up. If you think you put too many clouds, you just go and lift it up. That's it. You don't need to worry about too much. Okay, I put so much. I ruined my painting. No, it just everything is there. Yes, problem start when you have when you let the wash dry. Once the wash is stop working, then there will be a problem. Then it, even though it's not a problem, you will get a hard to lift the color once it's a wash it dry. So here I'll keep it smoother a little bit, and I can come back later and put some dark value here. Not a problem. Now I will use same mix, my sepia and some French ultramarine. Get a nice dark blue color. Now I will put some here on the foreground, just vaguely, just put a little bit here or there, because this will gonna spread, right? So what happened when it's spread, it gives you a nice smooth edge, which is fine. I am not worried about in initial stages, so I will put some color here there to get the feel of my painting, right? So I know what's it's, and it get lighter too, so not worry about too much at this stage. Now I'll take a very thick type of sepia color with the my ultra French ultramarine, less water, and I will put a little bit here for the horizon line. Since it's wet, I'm not worried about too much. So here, okay. So see that painting is already, you can tell the painting is coming, right? You can feel it. That painting is evolving very not slowly, very fast. I got first washes are done, and I have some dark color in my brush, so might as well I will use it, right, instead of wash it and go in a waste. I will just use this color right here. See that wet into wet is so much fun to work with because it works on its own. You don't need to struggle so much. All you have to do is just put the color. Let me zoom in actually so you guys can know what's going on. Let's see if I can zoom in here. I think this is fine. Let's keep it here. There is better. There you go. So you see that it it's all it's working. The wash is keep working, and you can tell that it's getting darker here, right? So I can go and put some uh, nice yellow mix. I get my yellow mix. I can put some color here. It's still wet, right? So I can drop a little bit here and there and create some more interest in my painting. Better yet, if you are thinking that you can use the white color at this stage, no problem. You just put some white and a little bit white here there, create some more interest, a little bit here there, here also. Not too much, otherwise your painting start become a chalky painting. Like it will be the contrast, the colors, and everything will be disappear because of the white color is more opaque. So now I'm gonna grab my small dagger brush and I will use a very small work here there that the cadmium yellow mix I have in my palette. So I would use this. Just put it a little bit wet into wet. I'm not let the painting dry, and a little bit here and there so I can have more, and a little bit here. Let's drop it, drop here there. Let's drop some more cadmium orange here. Let's create more drama, interest in the painting. So this is the basically let the painting dry. I want to talk about my portfolio a little bit. Here. You can if you want you can just put a little bit cadmium orange here also. It create a nice texture and it looks really good. So here now painting is almost done. First washes are done. So let's clean this here. Let's go up a little bit and I will review since it's drying. Let it dry and then I will do some doodling here. So see these four paintings here I've done like I said in Christmas time. So these are small. One of my friend she gave me that card and she don't want to use those cards. So I I said, let me try these cards, how that card works, right? This been bought, I don't know where, I have no idea. But these cards are has a little bit grain on it. So let me just get this here. Let's review this. So I done these painting on those cards. So here again, almost same type of painting like what we doing today, and I use different colors, different like purple. I instead of putting a orange color, I put a purple here. And then I did some cadmium orange in the mid ground and foreground. You don't need to do too much. Trust me, this painting is very easy to render as long as you know how to blend colors into wet, how to keep the soft edges, how to keep the transparency on the watercolor. See the white of the paper? All I did, I just drag my brush and keep the white of the paper, and that's it. I didn't do anything. And after when I was finishing, I put some Prussian blue, or you can use cerulean blue, and I put some little bit here, there, on beside the white color, and it creates a nice effect of a snow. That little bit snow is sitting in between the bushes, or some plants are there, and there's some little bit you can tell is a water or something. I create a little bit more. Same washes, same color I use here also in the foreground. So and create a little bit white here. So you can do a small painting like this very easily. This is another one. The river coming, very soft background. Again, this is a Venice scene. I did it. I did a long time ago. It was the same size, so I put it in the portfolio. So this I think a year ago. And this is another one still sitting here. I did a Christmas card, and so anyway, this is the small portfolio. You can get that portfolio and put your all of your painting. It's nice to keep something like this. So what happen if you are planning to show your work to someone? You do small thumbnails like that, some small card, and uh, then you take it to someone you want to show, or you keep it on your shop, or if you're selling stuff. This is a good idea to uh, get this, something like this. Okay, let's close this. Now I am gonna use the I will use the dryer, because this painting is gonna take some time, because it's not drying properly. I believe I have the dryer somewhere here. I'm not sure. There. Let me get the dryer. Let's dry this painting quickly so we can do some doodling on it and finish the painting. So if I have time, I will start another painting. Let's dry this painting up quickly. I usually don't use dryer, but since we need it, so why not just. Okay, so enough drawing. I think it's okay now. So idea is once its painting is dry, you can work with small kind of jewelry work. So I will go get this sepia color, very dark, not too much water. It has, see that it has already some. Let me get this here so you guys can see my palette right there. I think this is better. Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. Let's push it. Let's keep the palette here. So see that I have a very less water and more pigment in it. I can go get some more French ultramarine because it's very dark type of brown color. So if you okay with a dark brown color, that's fine. You can use the dark brown color, which is not a problem. And what you can do, you can just go and start doing a little bit with a sharp point. You can use any other brush which has a sharp point. I like this brush because it's contained more uh, pigment and water and has a nice sharp. I can use this also, but it's very hard for me to work with the bigger brushes, right, like here. But this will give you more control. It's work like a pen or pencil. So I will go and grab, do some small work, right? Small work like this. Let's put some trees. And these, see that the grass in the front, I can use this same brush and just use this to make some the grasses like that. Very not exactly like a line. You don't need to do a line. You just go, and if it is breaking up, it's even better. So I'll clean it. I have too much pigment in my brush, so I will clean it up and a little bit and do some doodling here with a dry brush. Maybe you can create a dry brush mark like that. I will actually, let me finish this, and I will show you what I'm doing right now. If you want to make a change of painting, you can change it. You can put a little tree here, maybe a tree here. Some dark value, get some little bit water. Don't put the water here in this. So I will mix because I want. Soon as you put a water, then the consistency of the color will change. The So if you want to get some more water with the dark color, keep it on the side. This, keep it on here. Yes, I can bring some color here, but I don't want to put some water because I need this for some other reasons, right? So you can keep two and work with both. When you need more water, you can just use this, and you need less water, you can do this. Because this is the little bit, the painting is a finished part of the painting, so you need to be a little bit careful. You don't want to go and put a big puddle on your painting. So if I don't need too much color, I will just go get the color off of my brush, and because I need some dry brush marks too, right? So once you need a dry brush mark, you need to clean your brush and get some, just drag your brush. If you need a solid mark, you can get this color and you can put a nice line all the way across, right? So if you don't need the very solid line, you can go clean your, see, let me put this here. Clean your brush, and then you can have a nice dry brush mark like that. See that? A broken line or something. So these are the things, if you understand how these things work, then watercolor is so much fun to work with. A lot of people, they get confused, and they just now here, as you can see, there's a sharp marks here also. I will go a little bit, put some here, dark value, some grass here. Soon as I see that I have so much pigment on my brush, so I was gonna put some grass, so I need a dry brush mark. So I don't want to get a nice solid mark. So I will go a little bit dry brush, and here, a little bit here and there. Just put a, create more. And here there's the bushes, and I will go create these bushes, very fine brush. You don't need to use a big brush here because the big brush can create a problem. So let's get this. See, the water is drying. I'm okay now with this mix. I am okay, so I don't need. There's not a lot of water. If I put a lot of water and then I'll go back, it will make a mess on my painting. It will be kind of, and I don't need too dark because it's already the light background in the back. So yes, if it is a dark here, then I will go get some more French ultramarine, make it very dark, and then I will put it here on the dark surface. So if I want to show these branches, right, of the tree. If this a light background, though you don't need to do a dark. Otherwise, it will show right away. So I will keep it very light. Light background, keep it light, wash it. Dark background, you go if you putting a second layer, then you can use. Depend on the painting or you painting. Right? So that type of painting, I have a dark background, so I would just use a dark value, a dark mix. As soon as I go up in the sky, I will clean my brush a little bit on the other pigment, and I will make it because it shows. It does. You don't need to do a very dark mix, right? Here I have a little bit more. I don't want to take too much time here because it's otherwise I can work all day here and keep working on this. What do you call this? Branches and trees and okay. So I put mix some water and let's get this a little bit here. Let's get this here. Let's drop it here. You have to be careful when you're working on the second layer. You don't want to block. Like I said, all the time I explain my students every time. Please don't block these layers because this is the of your hard work, right? If you block these layers, then the whole purpose would be lost because the beauty of the painting is you want to keep those layers peeking from the back here. Okay, and that's it. I don't want to do too much, otherwise I'll be working again. Let's put some French ultramarine. Let's get some French ultramarine here, just for keep it more fresh, and that's it. So the painting is done, right? And if you want, you can go more. You can put some house here, or you can play more with your painting, but I will just keep it here. And moreover, I would yes, what I would do, I would put a little bit of moon or sun or something with my white color. I use this white all the time. This is the poster color made by some company called Shanhan something, and I use this for my uh, touch up for the highlights and yeah. I think it's called 51. So I guess this is the important thing, and the name is here. I think this is it's called poster color, made by some company called Shanhan. You can get it from in Toronto. I get it from local store. Let's put sun or moon, sun. Let's put it here. Drop it here. There you go. And that's it. I don't want to go too much. Now, at this stage, painting is finished, right? You can get some more sepia color, right? Very, no water in it, in this color, and then you can put some birds here. Like, let's put a bird here on the water, right? One here. Now, I want to actually let's do something right here. Okay, I get some water. Let's put some water on your painting, clean water. Go here very carefully. You don't need to work. You don't need to push too hard. And then I will keep this dark color cloud more darker, right? just smudge it a little bit here and there. You have to be a little bit careful here. So you don't want to do too much, otherwise it will be a problem. Just showing you so what can be done. Here I create some hard edges, so I will go clean my brush, just drag it along this, and I got a nice more clouds here on the sky, in the sky. You don't need to worry about it. If you some people said, oh, uh, how can I put a water on my painting on the watercolor? No problem, because the first layer is already dry, right? Now you putting a seg, it treated like a paper, right? But if you put too much water and then you put too much, you dragging your brush too much, then it create problems. So see that it's still wet, right? I can put more dark cloud, like a little bit here and there, maybe a cloud here, here, there. Let's put some here. Break it up a little bit. There you go. See, you don't want to get too dark on the cloud because the bottom is already dark, right? And foreground is dark, and then you keep the sky darker. So you need to keep your painting like has to have, if the sky is dark, then you tend to look for something, keep it like that, the foreground. If you keep it too dark, then it will be the whole painting will be dark, right? So you don't want to do that. You just keep some painting light, some painting dark, so it won't look too much. If somebody is looking at your painting, he will be, he has easy, like he can see your painting, not too much information. Although, and this painting is too small, right? You don't want to put too much information on it. Yes, if you're working on a bigger painting, then yes, you can go put more information. So when somebody see your painting, it's easy for them to look at it. Okay, now done, right? I can do more. I can just smudge here, there, right? But let's stop it here. A little bit those grass. Let's put it here. This create more interest. There you go. So nice foggy effect on the water. There's a structure there, some trees there. Let me zoom in so you can see the painting clearly what's going on here. So dry brush marks, right? Uh, the first wash, I use the Prussian blue, Prussian and the ultramarine blue, get it a little bit cooler. And reason being, I use the French ultramarine, a cobalt blue or ultramarine, whatever color you use, because if you mix these three colors into the yellow, it tends to not turn green. So see that some colors are mixed here, but it's kind of a very dirty type of green color, which it doesn't feel like it's a green color, right? And then I use the cadmium yellow. I don't let these two colors mix too much, so there's a nice sharp cadmium yellow there sitting here, and then I brought it down the cadmium yellow mix with the cadmium orange up here. I put some cadmium orange here and the first layer here there. So that's how, I mean, sorry, the second layer. I dropped these cadmium orange later on. So these are the things you have to be careful. Mixing colors, right? And how you compose. There's no drawing involved. There's no proportion. I mean, there is a proportion, but there's not too much drawing involved. You can draw if you want. You can draw, but usually I don't draw that type of painting. Very surrealism type with a little bit abstract, more loose approach. So you don't need to draw. If you want to draw, you can draw. No problem. So this is the painting, right? Let me dry, and I'll put some birds on this guy also. Let's try the painting a little bit more. Okay, done. Now I'll grab my again my dagger brush if I can find it. But again, here, right there. So let's zoom in more, and I can show you guys how to see. Nice, no borders. Painting looks good now. So I'm using a little bit sepia color. I can use a French ultramarine, get a nice mix, and I will start putting some birds here in the sky. Create more interest in my painting. One here. See, this portion is wet, right? I'm not gonna go in there. Otherwise, I can get a very sharp marks, right? So here, yes, I can work here, but not there, right? Now I can put one here on a dry surface, right? I don't want to go there. Or maybe I'll put one here in a dry surface. Here. There you go. So that's it. You don't want to do too much actually. If you do too much. Now one more thing I want to go a little bit discuss. You can go with the white color. I can create some structure here. I can create a little house or something. If you want, you can do that also. Here, the roof, the white color here. Okay, I cleaned up my brush. Let's put some cadmium orange on the rooftop, and it will be ready. The structure will be there. You don't need to work too much. There you go. And I will go get some sepia color, put it here, dark valley here so it will show more. There you go. So like I said, I can do so much in this painting. I can put a boat here in the front. I can, but you need to stop and learn how to compose, how to mix color, how to blend colors, how to work into wet, this type of stuff. Once you know everything, then you start doing the experiments. You do certain things that you never done before, and then you do experiments. You do experiments and change it, and but get the basic first, how to mix wash, how to mix colors, how to compose your painting. Before you start, give a little bit, like 5 minutes. What are you planning to paint? Are you a landscape or seascape or a cityscape or whatever scape you want to paint? Make sure that you know how to this type of painting, landscape, you should know how to blend, mix colors, wet into wet. A little bit brush work after when you for done with the first layer. You should know how to mark, how to control the marks with the dry brush mark, with the wet brush marks. You know how much water, how much, what background, and what type of mark you putting on the as compared with the background. If I put a very dark mark here, it will show right away. But you can tell there's a dark gray color, so I put a dark branches here, so it shows. So that's how you create, control your certain work on the painting. So see, I picked too much dark here, right? Which I don't like it, right? I can go and it's not supposed to be too dark because I have the little bit dark color on my brush, so I should lift it up this color. I don't like this. This is kind of a little bit annoying to me, so here I will lift this up. There you go. So anytime you see something is too dark, something, just lift it up, put some white color if you don't like it, and tone it down, tone it up, glaze it, put some. If you painting is too soft, you think I need more sharp, more contrast, you go put some water here. Let's say I want to get a more orange color here, so I would put a little bit water here, not going in a birds or whatever. Just put a, and you go put some orange color here. That's it. See that it's work. It start the soon as you put a water, the washes start working out. Yeah, I get a more orange color. You can do the same thing here. You can put a little bit water here, little bit water, and I will put a little cadmium yellow here. So see that it gives you more punch in your painting. Your painting gets some more contrast. So this is how you glaze your painting. So painting is more has more contrast. I don't like it, but for the class purpose, that's how you can create more contrast in your painting. And if you don't like it, you can go get the paper and you can lift it up. If you don't like that, what you've done, you can lift all of it, but you won't get some out of it. It'll bring it back the previous painting, the previous impression you have, but not it's not gonna go away 100%. Maybe 60% you get it back. So here is done now, and I will finish the class today. So I hope you guys learned something from today's class, and I will be continue same classes next week. I will start the cityscape. Basically, we've done two landscape. There's 8 classes in this session, and I will keep repeating. I'm gonna bring some more fresh ideas. Not just a one. I'm done with the landscape class, so I'm not gonna just finish landscape. I will continue to bring some more ideas, more different references, different way of rendering landscape classes. And same thing with the portrait also. I did portraiture last session, and once I finish with this, I'm going to start the portrait class again. So this is today's class is mostly about the how to mix colors, how to keep the transparency of the watercolor, the white here, right? And then some orange I put in the second layer, third layer. So this is how you work. And then once you have painting finished and you say I want to put some more, you put some clear water and then you put drop some more color. See that this is all done by me after we finish the painting, and I smudge some here, lift some color. So anyway, uh, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something, and I will see you next week at 10 a.m. And sorry for being late today. I woke up late, so anyway, I'll see you next week. Thank you so much, and take care.